What we want to do in this video is to write the query statements to insert the data into the database. But before we do that, we need to use the MySQL real escape string function to clean the data that will be sent before they are inserted into the database. So we start with this first name, last name, email, and password. But now in this case, we're going to be using these variables we created up here. Then we pass in this first name, last name, email, and password. So to start with the first name, type F underscore name, and it's equal to MySQL real escape string. And it takes two parameters, the connection and the first name. So we use MySQL real escape string, passing the connection and the first name. Then another thing, we just copy this last name, email, password. So we can change this to last name, email, then pass underscore word. But here we are using L name, then here we are using email, and here we use the password. So now with this, we've used this method to clean the data before they will be inserted into the database. Then the next thing we need to do is we want to perform some validations. So we're going to pass in some regular expressions. Now if these inputs do not match the regular expressions, then Bootstrap alerts with error messages will be displayed. So the first thing we are going to start with, we start with the email. So we say if. Now for email, we are going to use the a PHP function. So we say if it's not filter underscore var, it takes two parameters. First the email, which we are passing. Then we are using another function which says filter underscore validates underscore email. So we are passing in this function filter underscore validate underscore email. So this is going to validate the email. If the email does not meet the required criteria of the format of an email, then it's going to throw an error. So inside we pass in a message. So we just copy this message we have here, then we paste. We change this to error 2, then we indent this. Now here we are going to say email is invalid. We are going to display the image which says email is invalid. Now this is the message that will be displayed if the email is not or the format for the email is not correct. Then the next one we need to work on is the first name. Now for the first name, we are going to be using a PHP method which is called preg underscore match. What it does is it tries to match a certain string with some regular expressions. So here we are going to say if it's not preg underscore match, then we pass in the regular expression here. Now the regular expression we're going to use is just a simple regex expression. So we put in the 2//. Then here we are going to pass in the caret. Then inside we are going to use square brackets. Now what we are saying is the letters must contain, at least it must contain small letters or uppercase letters. So here we are just using this to signify that the first name must meet this criteria, which is it must contain only letters. So only letters are required for the first name. So outside here we put this and this sign. So with this we are passing in the regular expression. It's just a simple regex expression. Then the next thing is we passed in the first name, F underscore name. Now we paste the error message which we copied earlier. and we can call this error 3, and here we can just say only letters are allowed for first name. So what we are doing here is we are passing in this regular expression using this PHP preg_match to make sure that this string we are passing in here matches what we have here. And here we are saying the first name must only be letters. That's why we are passing in this expression. And if there's an error, if it does not match, it's going to show this error that says only letters are allowed for first name. Then we copy this for the last name as well. We copy this for the last name and we paste. So we just change this to L name and we change this to last name as well. So for the last name, only letters are allowed, or only letters are required because of the regular expression we passed in here. Now for the password, we are going to pass in also a regex expression. So we are saying if it's not preg_match, then we copy. We'll do that in a second. So we just copy this, we paste in, can change this to, okay, we have 2, 3, here will be 4, and here should be 5. So, and we change the text. The text, we want to grab the text from the JS file. We go to our JS file, and under password validation, we can copy what we have there, and we can just paste it inside our file. So we copy that, go to the insert.php, we take this out, and we paste the one we copied. So password must be between 7 and 15 characters. We are going to put in the regex expression in a second. 15 characters and must contain at least one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, and 1 digit. So if we save this, so inside here we can paste the regex, just paste it in. So what we are doing is we want it to be between 7 and 15 characters. It must contain at least one lowercase letter, one uppercase letter, and it must contain digits as well, at least 1 digit. So it must contain at least 1 digit, one uppercase, one lowercase, and must be between 7 and 15 characters. So this is the validation we're performing on the data before they are sent into the database. So we save that and we can go through it. First, we cleaned with the MySQL escape string. Then we added validation for the email, for the first name, last name, and the password. So this is the validation that we are using.